for us, and he feels the same. So much so that we were able to get a contract done already. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce your quarterback, Jameis Winston.
What a privilege to be here, and just like to thank Joel, Ed, and Brian just for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and open it to questions.
Hey, Jameis, Chip Carter, Fox 13 in Tampa. First, welcome to the Bay Area. Second, it had to be just a long job interview process ever since you stopped at FSU. What was the process like? What were the meetings with both Jason Light and Lovie Smith like for you as well?
Well, it's exactly what you said, a job interview, you know, and so I had to take it very seriously. And I always wanted to talk football, but we always had to talk about other things and get other things handled. But I'm just blessed to be here right now.
Jameis, you're right. Christian Brewer, WFTV. Many months of hard work, years of hard work went into this. When you got up in the morning and you saw what was made of the photo, what were you thinking?
Well, you know, with that photo, I had to thank Captain Keith for the dailiest catch, you know, and that just was a thank you to him. You know, it was a big moment for my family that we got to share with each other, and I just like to thank him for donating those crab legs to our party.
Jameis, how did Jimbo specifically prepare you for the NFL?
Well, at Florida State, our offense is, it's built for quarterbacks. You know, as far as protections and the way that we do things. And he's just a great coach, and he just helped me become the man I am today, and even a better leader. And that's all, really.
James, right here. Talk about the responsibilities, James, you feel towards the people that have vouched for you, gone out on a limb, the ownership, GM, coach, Derek Brooks, just that responsibility you feel towards those people.
Well, I'm just so grateful. You know, again, I would love to thank the Glazers and even Coach Smith and Mr. Light, you know, because right now I feel like it's my responsibility to help them out, you know, and I believe that's why I'm here today, is to just get involved in the community, you know, be a great Buccaneer, and keep growing as a man, and just help everyone just help build.
Jameis over here, Tom Corin, ABC. You're in Tampa. Well, you've got a contract. You're now officially a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. What's going on in your mind right now, and what are your first steps in becoming what they hope you to be as a franchise quarterback?
Well, first of all, I'm glad we got the contract stuff out of the way. But man, I'm just looking forward to getting with the team. You know, we got some great teammates. You know, I'm looking forward to working with the coaching staff and just playing some football. You know, this whole thing has been long for me, but football is what I'm here for. You know, and I can't wait.
But now you are. Are you ready for that responsibility to have the entire city on your shoulders?
Well, you know, right now I'm not worried about being the face of the franchise or anything. I mean, we got guys like Gerald McCoy, Vincent Jackson, and just great men in this organization right now. I just want to learn. You know, I want to learn from those guys. Want to help build myself so one day I can be the face of Tampa Bay. You know, get involved in the community like Derek Brooks is. You know, I just want my face to be like that. But obviously, it takes work. You know, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that opportunity to just come.
James, you mentioned last night family. You mentioned your brother. Talk about your family. And talk about what your mom and dad have instilled in you.
Well, one thing they always instilled in me was honesty and hard work. You know, and every time I look in my mom's eyes, I just think, I mean, she carried me for 9 months, you know, and so she had a lot of hard work because I got a big head. But I mean, just having both of my parents in my life has been so much to me because most people from where I'm from, we don't have a mother and a father. So I thank them as well for helping me get here. Not only them, it's been so many influential people in my life that has helped me to get to where I am today.
James, we've heard you say that you need to work on decision making. Other than that, what do you think it is that you need to work on most as a quarterback to succeed at the next level?
Well, right now, I'm so happy. So decision making is just one thing that I have to work on. I feel like as a man, as a young man growing up, I must better myself at every single thing. So just one thing I can't focus on. I gotta focus on bettering myself in each and every way.
Jameis, the decision to choose the number 3, is that part of the being reborn process that you were speaking about last night?
Well, absolutely. One thing about number 3, that was my first number ever of me playing football. So I just look at it as a new beginning. In high school I wore number 8, and in college I wore number 5. And 5 plus 3 is 8, and 5 minus 3 is 2. Addition and subtraction.
Hey Jameis, upper left. One of the things Lovey cited as being unique about you or important in the position you play is your ability to get guys to play for you. What is your style of leadership, and how do you create that dynamic with your team?
Well, the first thing about getting people to play for you is serving them. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to, serving the players in the locker room and even serving the people in the facility. Because one thing about being a good leader is you got to have good followers too. So I look forward to just getting involved in everything and just serving everyone I can.
Jameis, you said what an honor it is to be picked #1. Does it add anything that you're the first Seminole ever to do that?
Well, I'm happy to be the first Seminole to do that, but man, I'm so ready to get to work. After the pick, I was so elated, and my family really enjoyed it. But I just took a deep breath, and I was like, yes, I get to play football again. So I'm just happy for that.
Jameis, when the process first started, you knew the Bucs were going to be on the clock. Was your first reaction, this would be a great fit, or what did you first think initially when you knew the Bucs had that pick?
Being in Tampa at many events, I always felt like Tampa was a place of home. And when they were on the clock, and I eventually got that call, I was so happy, and I was so elated.
Jameis, over here. Can you shed some light on what the process will be like for you to learn Dirk Cutter's playbook? What were some of the conversations about with the Bucs about the offense and how you would fit into that, and how do you pick up with that from now?
Well, first of all, I gotta get the playbook first, and then I get to work. Because I believe that preparation is everything. So I plan to prepare. And I plan to prepare harder than anyone else. So I can't wait to get the chance. If you can get the playbook for me, please get it for me. I cannot wait.
What are your impressions, though, initially of their offense and the style of offense that Dirk has run?
Well, just watching some Atlanta Falcons film, he loves to stretch the ball down the field vertically. And I like to stretch the ball down the field vertically. But anything that I'm asked to do, I'm going to do it, man. Because it's just my passion for this game and the love for football. I'm just doing anything I'm asked to do.
Jameis, we saw you, to your right, we saw you succeed with Kelvin Benjamin at Florida State. The opportunity now to throw to Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans, some big guys like that. How does that help a quarterback?
Oh, my man. That's another important thing that I'm blessed to be a Buck with, man. I had Kelvin Benjamin at Florida State, but now I got 2 of them. I have 2 6'5" receivers, man, and it's a blessing, and I look forward to working with those guys, having a chance to talk with Vincent. He's a great man, and I look forward to throwing the ball one day.
Jameis, you've had so much success, since you started playing football. I know you don't like to lose, and I don't think you got a lot of practice doing it. But you know the history of rookie quarterbacks in this league. They tend to struggle. Dan Marino is an exception. And how are you going to deal with that if it doesn't come right away in terms of a learning curve?
Well, that's where hard work comes into play. As long as we are working hard, and as long as we're giving everything we got, it's gonna come around. And I'm not really a negative person. I'm very optimistic. So you can find something positive in every situation. So I'm looking forward to the rookie season. I really am.
Jameis, you've gone through this draft process with Marcus Mariota. To go 1-2 with him, you guys could very well make your NFL debuts together here in Tampa in Week 1. Just asking how much you've enjoyed going through this with him, and how much you look forward to that first game potentially with him.
I just enjoyed this whole process, and now that it's here, a coincidence that we get to play against him, maybe him the first game of the year, and that's when I just get in game mode, and I can't wait to prepare against those guys and play.
Are you at all worried about the microscope that you're going to be under as soon as you take the field here in Tampa, on the field and off as well?
Not at all. Not at all, because I know the type of person I am, and I know the type of what I hold myself to. And I've been up on a microscope for the past 2 years, like no one else. So I'm kind of used to that. So I'm just ready to play football, man. I'm ready to play football, ready to get involved in the community, ready to just do positive things, and move forward.
Did you think you'd have the reaction that you had last night when you take a picture with the crab legs? I mean, what was going through your mind at that moment, and what the fallout might be?
I wasn't thinking what would come from it. I just was showing thanks to a dear friend of mine that I was blessed for him to provide the party for my family with the crab legs.
Did it surprise you that there was negative reaction so much that you took the picture off?
Yeah, that's the only reason I took the picture down. I didn't want any negative publicity with this day, because that took it away from this whole organization and my family, and I never would have expected that.
Jameis, what does it mean for you to have over here former Seminole and Buccaneer great like Derek Brooks step up for you very early in the process and say, I want this kid to be the future of the Buccaneers?
It means a lot, and that's one thing, like having someone like Derek in my life is just like my dad being there, like my dad holding me up to a high standard. So I have to help him out, I have to represent him as well. So it's a blessing to have a great man like him, and especially the way he's involved like in this community. And one day I want to be just like him. So that's definitely a great mentor to start off this process.
Jameis, over here. What was the toughest part about the last 4 months? The questions, investigations, the vetting, and all that. What was the most difficult part on all that?
The toughest part about it all was just taking it very, very serious. And I wanted to play. I wanted to play football. I didn't have the football field. I didn't have my sanctuary. So all I had was my family. And on draft day, that's what made it so special. Because when it's all said and done, the Glazers trusted me, Mr. Light trusted me, and Coach Smith trusted me, and I got to celebrate that moment. So it's like an overwhelming moment for me and my family. Like it's here now, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for y'all.
Jameis, right here, you just talked about the trust factor. What did you specifically say to get both Lovie Smith and Jason Light to not only back up your talent on the field, but both of them strongly backed up your character off the field, which is rare for a coach and GM to come out and feel they have to say on draft day?
Well, they did research on me, and actions speak louder than words. I'm still working on their trust. So that's why I'm so grateful that they accepted me, that they trusted me, that Joel and having a conversation with Ed and Brian, they accepted me as well. So I'm just grateful, man.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go ahead and do a quick changeover here, and we're going to have a photo opportunity.